This is Gary Sill at Sill Music Supply. We're going to try to give you a little synopsis, not the actual video because we're still working on it, but the synopsis of video 2 on using the C scale as the answer to progressing from basic chords that we talked about in how do you basically learn how to play pedal steel. You start with chords, but you have to progress to notes eventually. You have to find the right notes. How do you find the right notes? I've heard people tell me that they never do scales. Well, then that is an incongruent statement, because that's what melody is made out of, is notes out of a scale that is being used to access the notes in the melody. So if you're playing in some other key or some other chord structure, then you're not playing melody. So music is real structured. It starts with a chord, like a C chord. It may go to an F to a G7 chord, may go to a D chord, may go to an A minor, B minor, C minor, whatever. It can go to different chords, but when those parts of the song are being played, then there has to be somebody playing the notes to the melody of the song. That's what we're going to strive to do in this introductory video to part 2, is when we are playing that song that we played originally. The melody to walk through this world with me is pretty much established. You don't want to rewrite the song, you want to play the melody to the song. So there's some ways you can get off slightly, that's called jazz. If you want to play real country music, that the way the song was written, and people recognize that. So how do you find those notes? That's the key to this. Well, you got to learn a basic C scale, I call it. It can be the D scale, the E scale, the F scale, the G scale. Depends where you put your left hand. If you're on fret 8, then you're going to start playing a C scale. So you play these single notes. That I played in the 4th grade when I was age 10, playing piano. It's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now out of those notes comes the melody to the song that we want to play. So it would make sense, if we're going to learn to play a new song, we got to know where to go to find those notes in the C scale. Now if we take our bar and move it from fret 8 to, say, fret 10, well, now what are we going to be playing? We're going to play the D scale. Because we've changed our keys to the D, key of D. But we're going to just talk about the key of C, and this can all be applied to any key you want to play in, whether it's C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, etc., etc. So we're going to establish we're in C, in that nice key that everybody learns. So we want to play the melody to a song in that. So I teach you in my C scale video, which you can purchase on my website. It's how to easily play the E9th neck. How to easily play the E9th neck. It's in a video format. I can also let you find it by going to the internet, and I can give you the link to where that is. But that's the basis of everything that you do in music. So we've advanced to the point where we don't want to play chords all the time. We don't want to just hit harmonics alone. We don't want to play chords. We want to learn to play. We want to kind of polish it out, make it sound nice and pleasant to the ear. So you first have to learn the C scale. I would suggest you purchase that video on my website, How to Easily Learn to Play the E ninth. In that is including these directions on how to play the C scale. It's got tablature and everything on there. But if you want to learn it with me individually, you can call me on 217-433-7455. We'll go through it and do it slow so that you can learn that C scale, which lets you play any key, any song that you want to play that's got major chords in it. So that's the quick and easy answer. But there's more to it than that. There is going and, okay, we say we got this song playing. Nothing says and restricts us from going up or down from the 8th position, because say we take the, let's just take the 4th string. That's an E string open, but that's going to be your 4th string or your 8th string, whichever. And you want to play a little bit of a lick. Just go up and down, left and right on that 4th string. There's the other way to find the C scale. There's many ways, and it's all over the steel guitar neck. If you're in the key of C, that's what you want to be playing. And when the chord changes to an F, then you just play the same notes on the 1st fret or the 13th fret. When it changes to a G, you do the same thing. So when the song changes from a C chord to say an F chord, we're here at C. We want to play lead notes. We go to the 1st or the 13th fret, and you play the same positions for that major chord of F. When it goes to G chord, you do the same positions that we play the original C scale on. So your ear has to be tuned to know when the chord changes in the song so that you're playing the right backup notes. See, in that backup notes can be just 2 or 3 notes out of the scale. That could be your that's a lick, a fill-in lick. So why are you right all the time? Because you're playing the scale of the chord of the song at that moment. So you can't be wrong. It's 100% guaranteed you're going to be right if you play the notes of the scale. And you just play notes. play the notes of the scale, you've got melody right away. It makes this instrument so much simpler. It's so predictable, and you don't have to worry about there being wrong notes constantly coming out of your steel. If you follow the basic rules of where the scale is on your neck, the beautiful part about the pedal steel is this bar, because that bar equals everything. So all you have to do is you have to learn this set of notes. And that's going to be the same notes, same strings, just a different note because you've got your bar and a different fret. So you've got the basics of how you play melody on any key or any chord that's being played at that moment. This is like the key to making the steel so much easier. Now, past this, you're going to get into some minor chords, obviously, in some songs. So then you got to change the rules a little bit when you go into minors. So the notes are not exactly where they are if it's a major chord. But again, if you're just playing backup notes, this is the pure way of finding pure backup notes that match the song, and it makes you sound really good. You got to just time them right. You got to play them when they should be played, not play when you should not play, and just get them out there at the right time when you're relieving the singer of being not in a singing position. They've stopped singing, they're breathing, they're between phrases. That's when the steel comes in and plays those notes of the scale. Learn your C scale. You've got to, because that's the key to making you a lead player on the steel guitar. I want to stress that a lot. Now, there's many, many ways of finding those lead notes. I'm giving you one way in this video that we're talking about, but it's basically the start of you improvising and finding where all of those positions can be on the neck of the steel, and you simply start with the same note. In the key of C, we're talking about the C scale, so you'd be starting with the C note. If it's the key of A, you start with an A note on 8, and you work up. And there's your A scale. But it's the same relative position with all your fingers that you're playing with in the same strings. That's why this instrument has been tuned and designed right, because it lets you just repeat what you're learning right here all over the neck. So it's a magical thing. That's why I call it the magic of the C scale. Just let me know if you order this, whether you want a direct online version of the course, or you want to get the actual course in the mail and play it on a DVD or a CD player. Okay? Thanks for listening. I hope this helps. Questions, just pass them along and I'll try to answer them. Thank you.